What's up guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I created a spring and summer inspired piece using amethyst, opal, some Fimo beads, and really cute fruit beads. So let's get right into how to create this necklace that I have on right here. The first thing we're gonna wanna do is grab our crimp cover. That comes with a little loop attachment where you can add your jump ring. So we're gonna slide it onto the wire, and we always want the open section of the crimp facing away from the beads towards the end of the wire. Next thing we're gonna wanna do is grab our crimper tool. There's two sections on the crimper tool, the top and the bottom. The bottom is the first one we're gonna be using to create a heart shape. Utilize the crimper tool to grab the crimp bead in that second section, but don't press down just yet. We first want to go ahead and insert it into the wire and then press down so it creates a little heart shape just like this. And then we want to turn the crimp bead perpendicular to the crimper tool, and we're gonna put the crimp bead on the top section of the crimper tool so that we can press down and create a sandwich effect. So as you can see, I pressed down and created that effect, but then I'm gonna go back and press down a few more times just to ensure that the crimp is fully secure on the wire. Then we're gonna go ahead and repeat that same thing one more time, because the double the crimp, the more security that it has on the wire and the less likely it is to break. So then just gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing, press down on the bottom section of the crimper tool, create a little heart shape, turn it around, perpendicular into the top section of the crimper tool, and press down to create that sandwich method. And then just go back and secure it onto the wire once more, making sure it's fully crimped down. Use your cutter to cut that excess wire off, and then go back and slide the crimper to the top where it meets the crimp bead. Press down to close the crimp cover on top of the crimp beads, just like this. Now that we have that first section of the end done, you want to go ahead and give yourself more of the wire than your actual necklace length or bracelet length, because you always want to have at least a couple inches of the wire to work with at the end, because if it's too short, it'll be hard to create the finishing on the opposite side of the wire. So then just go ahead and cut your wire, and this is where you can start to string your beads onto the wire in your own desired way. There's no right or wrong way. This part is just personal preference and what you'd like strung on your necklace or bracelet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start stringing my beads onto the wire in no specific order, and just kind of create a fun spring inspired necklace set. After you have all your beads strung on the wire, what you want to go ahead and do is close off the opposite section of the wire. So we're going to go ahead and repeat the same thing we did to the first side by inserting the crimp cover with the opening section facing away from the beads, just like that, and grab your crimper tool on the bottom section and insert it onto the wire and down to where they meet the crimp cover. Something to always keep in mind when you are beading on a beading wire is to make sure that there is 100% fluidity within the wire and that there's no tension, so that the beads never have the opportunity to cause tension for the wire to snap. So once you do that second check, once you check that, you can go ahead and crimp down to create that heart shape with the crimp bead And then this part is where it gets a little tricky because the crimp cover kind of starts getting in the way. So what I like to do is to hold the crimp cover and pull the wire out to the side. And then you can go in with the crimper tool and press down to secure it onto the wire. And then just kind of go back and press down once more to ensure that there's no opening. And then you want to go ahead and grab the second crimp bead and insert that one onto the wire as well, and just repeat the same thing. You press down, create a heart, turn it perpendicular onto the top of the crimp tool, press down to fold it over, fully secure it on the wire, and then cut the excess wire off. Close the crimp cover over on top of the crimp beads, and this is what it should look like. So next up, we're gonna go ahead and attach our clasp. And these toggle clasps originally do come with jump rings. However, they are soldered, so these don't open. So what you're gonna need to do is use another set of jump rings. You're gonna use your set of pliers, and you're going to open up the jump ring just like this, and you're going to attach the toggle clasp onto the jump ring, and then attach the jump ring to the end of the crimp cover. Use your set of pliers to close up the jump ring. Bring it back to where they meet. And it should look like this. We're gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing to the opposite side as well. But I really like the way it pairs with this lavender top I have here, and I paired it with these frosted acrylic hoop earrings that are super thick but so lightweight and comfortable to wear. And I also paired it with this super thin freshwater pearl beaded necklace, and you can use the same technique that I used to create this piece to create literally any kind of necklace that you can imagine, using freshwater pearls, glass beads, crystal beads, metal spacer beads. These are the rings that I chose to pair with this look, as well as these super colorful, fun beaded bracelets using this evil eye charm. And I just love how these like pastel colors really just tie into the necklace that I created. These are also available in so many different colorways that you can choose from. I'm also wearing this bracelet that I created in one of our previous videos, which is a freshwater pearl with spacer beads, if you like that. I'm also wearing the CZ tennis chain that I've created in another video as well, so if you want to check out how to create this. All these products that are used in this video will be linked down below, so you can actually go to each time in the video and find that specific item in the description with a link and actually shop the item. All these items can be found at athenianfashions.com. I'll put it right over here so you can see the website. This website will also be linked down below in the description, so you can just click the link and browse so many different jewelry making materials, as well as jewelry pieces that are at wholesale prices for you to buy and resell, create your own jewelry, create your own brand, and make so much money. If you've been following along and watching our content and getting inspired, we're so happy to be helping you and guiding you and teaching you new jewelry tips and tricks every time. I hope that this video inspires you as well, and we'll see you guys in our next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.